I'm Crafton Beck. I'm the conductor of the orchestra, and this is our second year here at the Battlefield Park to be doing this program. Last year we celebrated the sesquicentennial memorial, really, of the Battle of Vicksburg, and they asked us back, and this time around we're just having a good time on this beautiful night.
Oh, well, it has been a great opportunity because I teach guitar here in town, and one of my students, we joined the Conservatory of Fine Arts Orchestra. This year we added guitars, and so, and I arranged two of the pieces, so it was a great fun for us to do Yonder Come Day and do a little different repertoire for the folks here. And of course, I'm an avid believer in celebrating and honoring all of our veterans.
It feels good to be in this event. I had a good experience playing with these musicians, and it's been a great honor. Thank you.
We're so glad to have such a great turnout tonight. We think we have close to 1,000 people that came out to hear the Mississippi Symphony Orchestra perform a great pops and patriotic concert on hallowed ground here at our own Vicksburg National Military Park. It's a great turnout. It's great to see people take a little time out of their busy Memorial holiday weekend and spend some time paying tribute to those who lost and paid the ultimate sacrifice for our nation.
So we're trying to bring just lighter pop fun pieces, and for the orchestra this is our final concert of the season, actually, so we're having a good time too. Yeah.
I didn't tell you that I'm tone deaf. I only know 2 songs. One is Yankee Doodle, and the other one is not. I rarely quote General Lee, but I have to agree with him when he said, "I don't see how we could have an army without music." And after hearing that, I quite agree. Now, when you know about music, not only is it moving on the surface, but it's moving within your soul. Now, the orchestra is about to play the Battle Hymn of the Republic. Dixie had been adopted by the South as their national anthem, walking around song. It was written by a Northerner in New York City, but it was adopted as a minstrel show, and the South picked it up as a battle song. The North needed a battle song. Now, John Brown's Body Lies a-Moldering in the Grave was adopted by both sides, the North celebrating his life and the South celebrating his death. Julia Ward Howe was visiting a federal military hospital in Washington City and heard the soldiers singing John Brown's Body. Now, the melody comes from an old camp meeting revival song that the Methodists appropriated on Canaan's lovely shore, and then the name changed to Brother Will You Join Me. But the melody is the same as you're about to hear. The minister with Miss Howe said, "Why don't you write some more appropriate lyrics?" She was a poet, and she said, "I think I shall." And she said herself that she woke up the next morning while it was still dark, and all of the verses were perfectly formed in her head as if somebody else were writing them, all 6 of them. And she got up immediately and wrote them, and they were put to this music. And it is originally John Brown's Body Lies a-Moldering in the Grave, but it became the Battle Hymn of the Republic, and it became to the Northerners what Dixie had become to the South. So now, the Battle Hymn of the Republic.
Thank you. On behalf of the orchestra, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have a beautiful spot, a beautiful, beautiful night. So good to be with you. We're going to continue on now with music from the 1920s. Hard to believe that's been almost 100 years ago. Here are now 7 of the famous songs from that decade. Many of them we now know as standard American repertoire. Thank you. As I hear Tea for Two, Bye Bye Blackbird, makes me wonder what new tunes coming out in the year 2014 will be played in 90 years. What do you think? Justin Bieber? Maybe? Britney Spears? We'll see. Next up, actually in 5 minutes, we're going to bring you a little music from the Broadway show Cats, music from the early 1980s, the beautiful ballad from that show called Memory. But first, here are a few cats of a different sort. This is a tune called The Waltzing Cat. You'll understand why in just a moment. This is music written in the 1950s by an American composer who wrote it for the Boston Pops Orchestra. Here's music by Leroy Anderson called The Waltzing Cat.
Ranger Rick approached me with an announcement. He says bus number G32, I have no idea what a bus is, but bus number G32 has a set of car keys if you are missing your car keys and are affiliated with bus number G32. Now the orchestra is going to play the theme songs from the various branches of the military. And as the maestro cues me, I will announce it. If you are a veteran or are presently serving, or if you have somebody in your family who is presently serving in that branch, please stand and honor them. And they are going to begin with, and I appreciate this, the Army. Army. Coast Guard. United States Marine Corps.
I think, that we gather on hallowed ground that we have in our own backyard and take a little time out this Memorial Day weekend and pay homage to what this weekend is about. So we really appreciate you being here with us and spending tonight with us. I do want to mention that this would not be possible without the great partnership we have with Vicksburg's Four Seasons of the Arts. Let's give them a round of applause for what they do for our community year-round. We got together last year after the success of the sesquicentennial concerts and said we've got to figure out a way to make this an annual event. So we appreciate the donors to that organization, to our friends, which we really appreciate supporting events like this, and to the Lower Delta Mississippi Initiative, who granted the grant generously to fund tonight's concert. I would like to invite you to visit our tent over here, our little booth we have set up. As the official Friends group of the Vicksburg National Military Park, we take on a lot of projects, including special events like this, educational programs, monument restoration, which you know we have a lot of monuments here, battlefield restoration, and there are so many volunteer opportunities, opportunities to be an active participant in the great things that happen in this park. So please come join us, because there's a little information on the back of your program about us. We need more friends, so come visit me and let me tell you all about our organization. Thanks so much for being here tonight.
I'm Dorothy Bransfield. I'm the Administrative Director of the Four Seasons of the Arts, which is a part sponsor of this event tonight. We welcome the Mississippi Symphony to Vicksburg at least twice a year. And last year, we established this concert in the park on Memorial Day. Last year, it was in conjunction with the sesquicentennial. And of course, that has gone by now, and we were hoping to establish this as an annual event. Tonight is such a success, and we're so grateful for it. We're grateful for the park working with the Four Seasons and the community working with it, and also the city. It's a wonderful thing to establish, and we're looking forward to doing it many years here in the park. And we welcome anybody that would like to join us and help us in this, both financially and volunteering, and as a musician, please join us. Thank you.